If we could give some top tips to some other fellow educators about how they could meet this challenge, how they could try and meet these expectations and needs of all students, is there anything that comes to your mind now of what they could do to help that situation other than build a new university campus?
Sure. I think actually there's one thing that just sticks out to me, and I think it's try different things, but be willing to engage with the students. But I found during the pandemic, actually asking the students who were there in front of you that were part of this cohort, well, look, what can I do? What can I put into the course? What can I remove from the course that might serve you better? I think is a really good way to start. I mean, I'm not saying you have to tailor your entire curriculum for a semester around only what the students want, but you know what your learning objectives are. So I think asking the students what they kind of want in terms of the experience, or at least just providing, I think, the title of this was structure and choice. And I think kind of providing structured choice for them. So they do have some options. You're not giving them, everything is not on the table for every single part of the class, but just offering them, well, look, for this particular module, these are the options, and explain the pedagogy to them.
Yeah, I'll just pick up, I think, on that point you made. I really like what you said about structured choice or structured flexibility, because I think one error you can make as an educator is trying to be all things to all people, trying to do too much, but actually saying, well, okay, these are the things that I can do. These are the things that work for, the subject I teach, my personal approach to pedagogy, the way in which I am comfortable teaching. There's some stuff that I just couldn't do. It just, it doesn't fit with my teaching, with my style, with what makes me confident, because you want a confident and happy member of staff, because then they're enthusiastic about the subject and it comes across. So you've got to think about, what is realistic and supportive for your students, but also supportive for yourself and the colleagues that you're working with on a particular course or module. So, be ambitious, but don't bite off more than you can chew.
Another careful balance.
Exactly.